Alright, this video is a stark reminder of what the dangers are operating heavy equipment and what can go wrong if you're not paying attention, okay? Hope you like the video. If you do, please subscribe. Okay there, every now and again when you're operating heavy machinery and heavy trucks and buses, things can go wrong and accidents happen. And tonight I'm extremely grateful that our driver is safe and well. It's never an easy thing when you've got people out there driving for you, and when things go wrong, they get hurt and they're on your dollar or your pound or whatever. Today, through absolutely no fault of his own, I need to pay a bit of a tribute here to Wes that drives for us, because he's running the oil field for me with a truck that had blew an airbag last night, and he crimped the airline going to it. This morning at 6:30 a.m. he was in Midland waiting for in Odessa waiting for Fleet Pride to open to get an airbag, and then got it and drove back to Kermit and found a mobile mechanic to fit it for $70 and fitted a mud flap and got hooked up to the new trailer. And he's heading out to the sand plant, got his first load back from his vacation for Thanksgiving, heading out there to the sand plant. And his dad in the truck with him, driving with a green Pete 579 and on a 2-lane road, puts his signal on, slows down like a professional driver, and we're not exactly sure of the details where this mystery truck came from, but he started to make his maneuver to turn left, crossing the oncoming lane, make his maneuver, and at the last second in his mirror he catches a semi truck overtaking him, flying down the road. We don't know whether he was overtaking the truck that was behind Wes. The police took statements, but just as he pulled round to the left to make his turn, this truck came down, overtaking him, and T-boned the side of our green truck and hit Wes in the door and banged up his leg, bruised his leg and his hip, and quite painful for him. His dad got thrown out his seat, and the other guy, he bounced off into the ditch with his truck, and it shows you how fast. I mean, we're going to put some photographs up here. I can't remember the order that they'll be in, but you can see the location of where he's turning in. Clear blue skies, just some complete and utter idiot hammering down, overtaking. It sounds like, and I don't want to do this in case I'm totally illegally saying something or getting something wrong, but we know he definitely came from behind. There's only a 2-lane. He's in the he's overtaken in the oncoming lane into oncoming traffic, and it sounds like there was a truck behind our truck and he came from one behind that as well. So we don't know. Wes just put his indicator on, nothing coming, made his maneuver, and the guy came, and you can see by the state of his truck, he is a lucky man to be alive. First of all, he's running, as far as I'm concerned, he's running illegally with a load of pipe without a headache rack on. Don't know if that's the law in Texas, but it's certainly a stupid thing to be doing, to be running with a load of pipe and no headache rack, because you can see from the back of his sleeper what happens when you don't. You know, they just unzip like it's just thin tin on the back of those things. But Wes was a wee bit banged up, and we got him sent to the hospital. The truck was towed away, there was fluid coming out of it. We just put a brand new radiator in that truck 2.5 grand, thank you very much. And there's fluid in the ground, don't know whether it's hit the power steering pump, the steering box, or whether it's the radiator or what. So Wes was saying, well, you know, obviously in the heat of the moment, I think I might be able to drive this, you know, if I strap the hood shut, we might be able to get it off the road, or should I get it towed? And I just said, get it freaking towed, get yourself out of there. And so we got him off to the hospital, and he got a shot in his butt, and to relieve some of the pain. But I'm grateful for everything that young man does for us. He's a good driver, a good right-hand man. He's building a little business within our business with his own trucks, and he's got a couple of good drivers there, and he's a good man. He still drives for us and taking care of the oil field when you try and build something there. But it just shows you just never know what's around the corner for you. You don't know what's coming your way. You don't know what's sneaking up behind you. You know, we're down there, we thought we'd get 4 or 5 loads today, and we had to pull the other truck off to take Wes to the hospital, and that's back out working. So we got a couple in, but then it starts the rigmarole for insurance companies and assessors, and you know, oh, we'll get to it in 2 weeks' time and all that. So we'll unravel this mystery. But regardless of, you know, his indicator was on when the thing happened, you know, so witnesses everywhere. But while he was in the hospital, it came over the radios in there that there was another semi-truck accident down in Texas in the similar area. There was 2 wrecks outside that sand plant yesterday, I believe. But there, you know, last couple of years ago we were in the oil field and with a wreck down there. Actually, Wes was driving again, making maybe we just stopped turning into side roads, but he was coming out and a guy was flying, smashed into the truck, drove over the trailer, wrecked his axles. And did the guy stop? No, he didn't. He just kept on driving. And they tried to blame Wes and said it was all his fault, you know, but it was the insurance people got involved in that, and they were very quick to point out that innocent people don't leave the scene. So there is quite a big thing. We had Wes's dad was stopped down there and checked, and when they realised that he's a citizen and has a valid licence, totally different story. The cops were very friendly and very, very good. And my daughter in the background here. But there is a lot of illegals working in that environment from time to time, where they'll have one guy who's legal and has the truck, and then you'll have another couple of guys in it and running, and that's what we think happened last time. Last time we had the wreck, the guy just kept driving, and then we called the police, and miraculously they managed to track them down, and we gave them the direction and description of the truck, and they caught them. But it was, they think they left the scene so that they could switch drivers down the road and put the legal guy in. So there seems to be a bit of that. This was a legal issue, it was proper licensed driver driving it, but he was hauling it. He was hauling butt, and then he managed to scrub off some of his speed, hit the truck, hit the brakes, hit the truck, and still end up way embedded in the sandbanks. So just shows you. But grateful that there's nobody hurt. The guy did get out his truck and run over. Wes was lying, you know, there with his leg all bashed up, and the guy was, you know, very apologetic and come up, and you know, everybody makes mistakes and he got it wrong, but doesn't help us, doesn't help Wes's leg, doesn't help the truck, doesn't help the hassle that everybody's had to deal with today in the hospitals, and you know, is what it is. But it's not the first time I've had people injured when they've been passengers and been working, and it's you do have a responsibility, and it's not a nice thing to have happen. And but we're just really glad that he's okay tonight. So thanks very, very much, Wes, for doing everything the way it should have been done. And when, you know, when he got involved in the wreck, I knew that everything would be okay on our side because he's a good boy. So thanks for watching. Hope we have a better video soon, eh? We can't get any forward for going backwards. That's another truck off the road. So, but I've got another video coming out here. But the oil field is booming. It's good times down there. We're enjoying it. If we can keep the trucks from getting wrecked. But yeah, what can I say? But thanks for watching.